Shalom, Akim. I'm gonna give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rachach, Kadash. That will honor the elders and apostles of GMS who teach and roll well, and say, taste to all the Akim in all four corners of earth, who's pushing his truth and sincerity. Shalom, Akim. I'm gonna get in this human composting. So I did a video a while back, a few years back actually, and it was Jake was on a farm, and Esau had a pig farm. Jake had a bunch of farms in this area in North Carolina, basically, and Esau had a pig farms. They were shooting the poo and piss off into the atmosphere, and it was coming down on their food, and they were breathing it. It was on their cars. You know, this is the rural South of North Carolina, and Jake was upset about it. Couldn't do nothing about it. They say they wake up in the morning, try to get some fresh air. They got poo coming down on them. They go to drink some water. They got poo all in their systems and everything. It's just all jacked up, man. You know, but it just brought me to this. Then I seen a recent video where Esau is allowing now. He's in certain states where he's testing and starting to allow human fertilizer. So I said, wow, ain't this some shit, man? This devil just keeps digging in this hole deeper and deeper, man. You know? And this is why we always go to the scriptures and have to point this devil out, man. Who the wicked is, man. You know? Who are the people who are controlling the things that you do? You know? Who are the ones that you have to go to for the one of all things, man? You know? That's how we know who's who and what's what, man. But those things, you know, the Lord has to be dealing with you in order to decipher and break these things down, man. Because at one point we were in this world and had no one and didn't know, you know, until the Lord gave us, opened us up to His ministry, and here we are, man. We're able to break things down. We understand things and why they're going on and why they're happening, you know. This is Proverbs 17:15. He that justify the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord, man. And here it is once again. You know, we're calling out the wicked, man. You know, we're not giving them no rest. You know, because the Lord knows who the wicked is upon the earth, man. He knows who the righteous are upon the earth. So, you know, our job is to call out the wicked, man. Plain and simple, man. Because the wicked's gonna do what he gotta do all day long, every day. He don't even get no rest until he gets up and does his wickedness, man. So how much more do we have to be on the other side of the fence fighting against it? You know? But yeah, he that justify the wicked and condemneth the just, both are an abomination to the Lord, man. So when you going out doing these wickedness and these wicked things and joining hands with Esau and his wicked ways, man, you're an abomination to the Lord, man. And the Lord despises these things, man. It says human composting, called natural organic reduction in legal codes and regulations, is a process for the final decomposition of human remains in which microbes and organic matter cover a deceased body into compost. Now, once again, they just said that there's a few states that are allowing these human dead bodies to be turned into compost, man. Now, me, you know, I've been a few places in the South. You know, I lived in Alabama, and we had what's that in now? No, Slaki. That's in Natchez, Mississippi. I want to say Natchez, Mississippi, the Devil Bowl. You know, which is not too far from the area I was in. You know, middle rural area in the South, and the point is that you have a bunch of trees over there with fruit and flowers. The insects will deal with it, but the animals, they don't eat the fruit off of stuff, man. You know, they don't eat it. Why is that? Because of the compost of the humans that have died down there, man. You know, the Devil's Bowl, Esau used to hang us. They did all sorts of just heinous crimes and things to us and just dumped us in that little spot there, covered it up with a little dirt. The earth took the land, and there it is, man. You know, trees and everything are growing out of it, but nobody eats that fruit. No animal touches anything from around that area. You know, human compost is not a good thing, man. The earth is not feeling that as far as, you know, yielding off good fruit. In Psalm 37:1, a Psalm of David, freak not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and withered as green herb. Trust in the Lord, and do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed, man. So that's the name of the game, man. To do this work, man, and do good, because the Lord knows about these evil workers that are all around us, man. The workers of inequity, man. And yes, we have 2/3 of our people who are joint on hand to them, man. They don't want to see this place go down. They don't like the fact that we talk against Esau and his wicked rules. They're the type of Negroes that'll try to say find the lesser of the two evils out of them. When that statement came out, I lost my mind, man. So we're admitting to two people being evil, but I have to find the one that's less evil to deal with. This place is done in madness, man. But yeah, this place, the food, everything's jacked up, man. I'm gonna go give you another place in wherever Jake, multiple bodies of burials of plots of land there were, and Esau just comes through and knocks it down and builds something up. Think about, you can go back to the Gadite burial grounds when Esau stays digging those things up and just to put up a casino or a housing complex. I'm gonna give you an instance. This is down in Florida. I want to say in the Orlando area. The housing complexes were built on old slave grounds, were old slave burial grounds, man. So, with these bodies being down there, and then you put the pipes for the water and stuff and different things of that nature, stuff can seep through the pipes, man. That human bodies have been down there decomposing can actually seep through the pipes, man. And there you go, your drinking water, man. You sipping on your ancestors. But this is how this devil thinks, man. He don't care about that, man, and the ramifications that come behind that. This is why them dudes down there are so crazy and off the wall chain. This is Ezekiel 4:11. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the sixth part of in him. From time to time shalt thou drink, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of a man in their sight. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their foul bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. So yes, our food is defiled, man, and we know it's defiled, but all we can do is pray over it, man. At the end of the day, man. We try to eat the right foods and pray over that, and saying whatever meats come down the way, we pray over that, and praying this is some righteous meat to eat, because I even cornered Ishmaelite at one of my jobs. I was giving them a breakdown, and of the food, of our dietary laws for the most part, and he was checking off the box. And then when I came to the horse, that's what he said, oh, no, we eat that. That's delicacy. I said, I know it. And this is why the Lord made me bring it out, because we can't deal with that shit. Y'all can, but we can't, So yeah, the Lord gives us a set of rules to follow and live by, man, especially even in our captivity, man. Even in our captivity, we have rules that we're supposed to be going by as far as our food, man. And this is why our people are getting jacked up and have so many ailments wrong with them, man. I got a young guy at one of my jobs real fast that I work with. He's at least a decade younger than me, and he's already in the hospital for butt cancer and stuff, man. So I seen the man eating about a month previous to him going to the hospital, and he couldn't stay away from the swine. He couldn't let the pig alone. These damn different, the pig alone has parasites out the wazoo. A pig is a human's friend for the simple fact that he's going to eat all the bones, the apple cores, all that stuff. He's going to eat that stuff up. You can also train a pig. I always say this, man. You can also train a pig just like how you train a dog. And guess what? Pigs do not like snakes. So if you're all off in the wilderness, you got a farmer from the wilderness, guess what? He gonna protect your farm from them snakes. You ain't gotta worry about them coming up on there. But yeah, as far as to eat them, man, no, you don't eat no pigs, man. You know, we're righteous people, man. The Lord gave us things to eat, man, things not to eat, man. Stick by the rules, man. Yeah, man. That's I thought I had some more verses, but hold on, I think I do. I think that was it. But yeah, I just seen this. Like I said, I seen this talking about this compost stuff and how, you know, Esau steadily pushing for human compost. You know, we have all these dead bodies. We have to do something with them. That's how he thinks, man. You know, so he wants to grind them up in the compost and then shutter them over to food and stuff, so we can eat dead body bananas and stuff, dead body cherries and apples. This man is a wild man, a sick man. With that being said, I was edifying. Shalom, Akim.